people who are holding this and carrying this burden, and he stands from his place. Shall he not remove? Yes, one shall cry to him, yet he cannot answer, nor save him out of his trouble. So Yahweh is saying, they carry this yo potel sous épaule yo. Yo potel, yo metel nan place li, et puis li campe, it won't move. These things can't speak. People, yo moun ap rele nan piel, même li pa ka repon, ni sauvel. This thing cannot help them in their distress. Il ne sauve pas de la distress. The idols cannot help you. Whatever someone has given you, sometimes they want you to worship in their way and in their system, the world system. If you go into a place of worship, a house of worship, and you see pictures on the walls, idols in the temple, they'll tell you these are the saints, and they'll tell you all sorts of lies. Oh, this is Mary, and this is Jesus. Why do they have them like that? Well, they tell you this is Joseph, this is Peter. The Bible is telling you straight up, you cannot make any image, no graven images. This is one of the 10 Commandments. In verses 8, remember this, changez ça. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am Elohim, and there is none else. I am Elohim, and there is none like me. Yahweh is telling you, he's giving you a contrast of people carrying an idol, making an image, making some structure, using gold and people carrying it as a burden. And then he says, there's none like me. This is important for us to remember. Paguez ton coup, bon Dieu. Paguez ton coup, Yahweh. Paguez ton coup. You cannot make him an image. You cannot make him a statue or a picture. Verses 10, the Bible says he's declaring the end from the beginning, from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Verses 10 is an interesting verse because he's telling you, Yahweh's telling you what will happen in the very beginning. He tells you what's going to happen in the end. That's what he says, declaring the end from the beginning. J'annonce de les commencements ce qui doit arriver. Can you imagine? Et longtemps d'avance ce qui n'est pas encore accompli. Je dis, mes arrêts subsisteront et j'exécuterai toute ma volonté. He says he's going to do all his pleasure. Anything he wants. M'a fait tout ça me voulait, bon Dieu dit. He's going to do anything and everything he wants. But he's telling you what's going to happen in the end. That's why when Yahweh spoke to Moses, and Moses was still alive, and when you read Deuteronomy chapter, I just shared with you, Deuteronomy chapter, where is it here? The book of Leviticus chapter 26, verses 33. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 27. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 64. He tells you he's going to scatter you when you use these idols. That's what he says. He knows the end from the beginning. He declares it. M'annonce la fin depuis le commencement. Yahweh is saying he knows what's going to happen. And so when Jesus comes to earth, he announces it again. And so it happens. And the Bible says in verses 11, calling a ravenous bird from the east, and the man that executes my counsel from a far country. Yes, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, and I will also do it. And the Bible says in verses 12, listen to me, you stout-hearted, that are far from righteousness. The sad thing is those who are serving idols, even if you tell them 10 times it's not good, they'll still keep it in their house. They'll still keep it in their pocket. They'll still keep it on their dashboard, in their car. And Yahweh says in verses 12, Kutim, nous-mêmes qui dit, qui loin justice, écoutez-moi, gens indécis de cœur, ennemis de la droiture. He's saying you're an enemy of righteousness. These people who tell you to serve these idols, they hate righteousness. They're far from righteousness. They don't want any sort of holiness. Verses 10 says, I will bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. Yahweh says he's going to take care of it. Don't worry. There are people who refuse to listen, people who refuse to get away from these idols. The Bible says they're going to be embarrassed. Throughout the book of Isaiah, He gives us very good instructions here. And we understand that this is going to happen. Has happened. And today we have an opportunity to return to Yahweh, to return to Him and change our ways and just leave our old lives behind because He's ready to forgive. He's ready to heal you. He's ready to deliver you. And so that is all we have for the Sabbath. This is a shorter chapter than previous chapters, and hope we have a blessed Sabbath day. And thank you for listening to the Return to Yahweh Ministry, Litunevi Jren Yahweh Ministry. You can join us next Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on 88.1 FM WYGG Good News Radio. Radio Bonne Nouvelle, Asbury Park, New Jersey. May Yahweh bless you and your entire family.
This is WYGG 88.1 FM, Asbury Park.
Il va apparaître, non?